This is ABC 7 News This Morning.
This morning, we have been watching for signs of former Governor George Ryan as he transfers from an Indiana prison to a West Side halfway house. The move begins the next phase for Ryan's punishment. Attorney Thomas Glasgow joins us right now to talk a little bit more about how he will be living and also what is coming up next for the former governor. Good morning, Thomas. Always good to see you. So we have been seeing pictures of this halfway house this morning. Tell us a little bit more about how that works. Is this a mandatory transition for him?
Yes, it is. It's a mandatory transition for anyone coming out of the Bureau of Prisons, whether you've been there for 20 years, 30 years, or 3 months. And essentially what it is they put you into the halfway house to make sure that you have life skills so that you can move and transition easily from an institutional setting, being in the Bureau of Prisons, out into the public. So you still have head counts, you still have to call in, you still are have a very structured life, but they teach you such things as check writing, resume building skills. You actually get to carry a wallet and money for the first time. These are things that most prisoners have forgotten about or don't understand how to do because they haven't been out in public. Simple things such as cell phones. Cell phones advance very much. You don't know how to use them when you're in the Bureau of Prisons because you can't have them. Once you're back on the outside, then you begin to learn and transition into society and how society begins to use you, and you get to learn how to function more correctly in society.
Now, for the former governor, how long will he be spending at the halfway house?
Anywhere between a few weeks to a month, depending on his age, depending on how he progresses, depending on his sentence. He can be transferred to his home. When he's transferred to his home, they're going to call him. They're going to call him 3, sometimes 2, 3 times a day. You get that call at 3 a.m. in the morning. You better answer the phone so that they know that you're there. It's more of a house check to make sure that you can live in your house, but they want to make sure that you're abiding by the rules in your house as well.
So at this point today, he is just being released from the federal prison, so we don't know when he will actually be making that transition from the halfway house to home.
We don't know yet because he has to go through the halfway house in order to make that transition, that secondary transition to the house.
What do you see? You have been following this case from the beginning with us. What do you see as his biggest challenges now?
His biggest challenge is becoming acclimated back to life. When you're in jail and the clients that I have, they come out of jail, their hardest transition is getting back into society. They live very regimented lives when they're in the Bureau of Prisons. They know when to eat, they know when to go to the library, they are told what to do at all times. And here you're gaining some freedom. You leave, you're given the responsibility to go to work, no one's looking over your shoulder, you got to call in. Those are very tough things because you've gotten into the mindset of somebody's going to tell me what to do and how to do it and when to do it.
Well, thank you for coming in this morning, giving us a little insight into what the halfway house will be like for the former governor. Thank you, Thomas.
It's always a pleasure.
As we said earlier, we are expecting the governor to check in there, the former governor to check in there sometime right around 7 o'clock. We'll keep you updated on that. Right now, let's get the very latest on weather and traffic for you.